Hi guys, I'm here with a box opening, and this is a different type of box opening, and I thought I would share it with you guys. So as you all know, since Riley passed away, which he passed away May 2nd, 2021, I had told you guys that I planned to get a customized urn made of him. And it was going to be the same kind of urn that I have for my other two cats that I've showed you guys, where it's like a sleeping cat on a rock and the cat has angel wings. So I could not find the same artist that did those. Her website is no longer there. So I had to do some sleuthing and digging around to try and find this exact urn, and I found an Etsy shop in Quebec, Canada, and they have a couple of artists that work with this Etsy shop. So I was assigned an artist, and anyways, we ordered this in January, I think it was, and it's finally here. So I had to send photos to the artist for her to paint it to look like Riley, and she was very, very nice. She was very patient with me, and she kind of would send me photos. Oh, like she sent me photos of the first, I guess, layer of paint that she had done, and asked if I felt it needed any tweaking, or was the color right, or she was just wanting to make sure that it was right. And so any little suggestion that I gave her, I sent a picture to go along with it. So I was like, oh, I want like this little, like Riley had these 3 little black dots on his nose, actually 4 I think, and I wanted those on there, and I wanted some spots that were on his paw, or paws or whatever. And so anyways, like I would just kind of give her feedback, and she would make the changes, and she was really great, really, and I had approved it, and then I kind of was like, oh, and I hope, I said, like the next day I messaged her, and I'm like, I hope I'm not too late, I hope you haven't sent it off to be varnished yet, but I feel like the nose color is a little off. And so she changed that, and it looks, from the pictures, it looks really good. Now the only thing we had a little bit of issue with was the coloring of his paws, because his paws were like kind of gray, but also had a bit of beige in them. And so at first she had painted them pretty much all beige with a little bit of like black shading, but I felt like it wasn't enough. So then she said that she felt, from what she was seeing in the pictures, that it seemed like he had more gray in his paws. So we went with that. Now I'll be interested to see it in person, because I hope that she kept some of the tan color in there as well. I hope she didn't like completely cover it, because he did have, like, towards the top part of his paws, he had more of that tan color, and then towards the lower part it kind of went a little more gray and black. So but it's tricky to paint, so I understand that, and it's probably as close as we can get to looking like Riley, and that's what matters. And I mean, I'm gonna have his urn displayed beside a shadow box, just like I did for my other cats, so there'll be pictures of him in there. And I mean, we have plenty of pictures to look back so we can remember what his paws look like. So I just was gonna open it off camera, but I just decided to share it with you guys, because I know everyone has been waiting as well. And now that this is here, I'm gonna be finishing up my course as of tomorrow, so that then once that's done, I'm gonna be able to dedicate my time to finishing Riley's memorial video. So here it is. So this is the top part of the urn. The bottom part is in there, and it has his name in it. So here it is. And she really got his nose right after I told her about it, because she had it more pink. But Riley had a little bit of pink and a little bit of like an orangey color. And she got both that. She got little flecks of pink, a little bit of the orangey color. It's so pretty. She put the little spots on his paws. She got the little spots on his nose. I think, I feel like she added one extra dot. He only had 3 along the top and 1 towards the bottom, but she put 2, but that's okay. And so his paws, you can sort of see flecks. Now that I see it up close, you can see a bit of flecks of the lighter color in there. But what she should have done was put a little bit more of the lighter color up around the top area. But that's okay. I think overall it looks better than it did when she had the whole paw light. So there's the top part. It's like our little angel Riley. I think I forgot to show you guys the back of the urn. So there's the back, and I absolutely love the back, which is kind of funny because you're not really going to see the back when I have it on the shelf. But the back looks so much like Riley. So much. Like, right now we have this sitting on our island until we get the ashes in there and everything. And I have to get a new shelf for the wall to put it on and everything. But right now, like, when I'm sitting on the couch and I'm looking at the back of it, it looks so much like Riley. She got the stripe, she got the coloring, she got the ears and the head, and everything is just perfect. So yeah, it's so sweet. I wish I had her do a little more work on the paws, because seeing it in person, it's just, the paws are definitely a little too gray. I think now maybe I shouldn't have told her to add gray to it and should have just left it. I think originally she had the paws about this color right here, which, looking at pictures, like, it was a little more closer. Actually, you know, she could have done, if she could have done like a color like this for his paw, where it's like a mixture, I think that would have been closer to his paw color. So it's kind of, it's my fault though, because I approved it. I should have been able to tell. Like, I mean, from the photos it didn't look, sorry guys, my batteries died, but as I was saying, I don't know, it looked different, I guess, on the picture than it does in person. And so yeah, like the paws, because actually I had a Facebook memory pop up just today actually, that showed a close-up of his paws the way he was sleeping, and he definitely had some of this color, or like some of this color in his paw, like in the upper area and then on the sides. And he had not really gray, or maybe like a darker gray, more like maybe this gray, but it was like flecks of gray on top of this color. And so, but it was really hard to explain it through email. And I thought that it was fine. So there's no way that we can change it now. That's just, you know, how custom work goes. But I would have to say overall, like, if I don't focus too much on the paws, like, the face definitely looks like Riley. The body here definitely does. She got everything else dead on pretty much. Again, I would say, like, I tried to explain to her about, like, doing a little bit more grayish shading just in these little areas. because, and also like up in these little temple areas, because the part around the eye is the perfect color, but it wasn't the same color up in here. It was a more muted version of that color. But I mean, she did kind of do the gray shading when you look up close. It's not in this area she got it. She just should have done a little more in here. But I would say overall, like, she did a fantastic job, you know, capturing his likeness. And like I said, the back just blows me away too. Like, it really does look like our Riley. And it's tough, guys, because there's a YouTuber I've watched for years, Charles Trippy, CTFXC. I've followed him along with his cancer journey and stuff, and he lost his second dog. He lost one dog 2 years ago, I think it was, and he lost another dog just over the weekend, and oh, I cried when they had their video, because it really brought me back to when Riley passed away. And then today's video, they were talking about how, because their dog had been not well in his last years of life, he had gone paralyzed in the legs and stuff, and just talking about how they had a routine of giving him all these medications every night, and that now, like, it's messing with their head that they don't have to do that stuff anymore. And I remember that, like, when Riley passed, and we had been, I mean, our whole day revolved around his medications and his treatment, making sure he had enough to eat, and making sure he was comfortable, and then when he passed and we didn't have that routine anymore, it was the weirdest feeling, because it was like, what do we do now? Our evening is completely different, but also it was a little bit of a relief as well to not have to do it anymore. But overall, it was just a weird feeling, and a lot of times I would catch myself at like 10 p.m. going, oh, it's time to do his fluids, or it's time to give him, and then I would realize, well, no, we don't do that anymore. So anyways, guys, this is the bottom part of the urn. It has the rest of his tail. And I decided to change the inscription for this one. My other two cats say beloved pet, and then their name and their dates. But for Riley, we decided to go a little different. And instead of beloved pet, we decided on our handsome boy, because I originally wanted to put our pretty boy, because for the most part, when I would talk to Riley, I would call him a pretty boy. Occasionally, we would call him handsome boy, but overall, I would call him pretty boy. But Alex wanted handsome because he felt it was more masculine. So we went with our handsome boy, Riley, and then it has his birth. Well, we never knew what his exact birth date was. We knew when we got him, he was 3 years old, and that he was born in July of 2005, but we didn't have the exact date. So we just like assigned him Canada Day as his birthday, July 1st, 2005. So that's what we put as his birthday. I don't know that that's his, we don't know when in July he was born. We just know it was July 2005 because that's what was on his paperwork from the shelter, and then his passing date. So all together, so this is the middle part. We'll have to put the ashes in there. Right now his ashes are in the little urn that was included with the cremation. I don't know if I can just like pull the bag of ashes out of it. I might have to break the other urn, if memory serves, so that I can put it in here. And what's nice about this is it's so roomy that with my other cats, I was able to put their ashes and a few mementos. So if there was any mementos that I couldn't fit in the shadow box, I put them in there. So that's kind of nice too. And I mean, even if you didn't have your pet's ashes, you could even just use this as a memento box. You could put their favorite toy in there or something. So anyways, guys, this is the urn all together. I am considering doing a 2 video thing. So one is going to be like a tribute video to him of like videos and photos sort of thing, like a montage. But the other thing I'm thinking of doing is almost like a little memorial service where I'll bring you guys along as I don't know if I'll film transferring his ashes into here or not. I might, and then showing you guys the shadow box. And then I thought I would share some of my favorite memories of Riley and a little bit, you know, sort of like a little eulogy thing, because I never really did that after he passed. I think I briefly talked about it in the video where I announced his passing, but I was so upset in that I think I rambled on about what happened to him more than sharing good memories of him. So I want to do a video where I share good memories of him and it's not all sad. So anyways, this is his urn, and I don't know when I'll get the other videos finished and up, but I do hope it'll be within the, within the next month I can get it done. I might do the eulogy type memorial service thing first, because that would probably be the easiest to film, and the tribute video is still in the works. I have so much footage that I'm trying to go through because I'm looking for specific things that I want in it, and it's hard to remember where on my YouTube channel those videos are. So I'm literally having to skim through every single one of my videos, which is a lot. I've made it up to 2015, so I have a few more years to skim through. So sit tight, guys. It's coming, but I thought I would at least share this with you guys. And if any of you are interested in having an urn made for your beloved pet like this, I will link to the Etsy shop in the description of this video. They are based in Quebec, Canada, but they do ship worldwide, I believe. So I will put that in the link in the description below. All right, thank you guys for joining me with this. This was really hard. I thought I was going to cry because I've been emotional over the whole thing of Charles Trippy's dog passing. It's brought a lot back for me. And also right now at work, they're doing renovations on their home. So they're currently staying with the grandmother. And at the grandmother's house, they have a cat who's very sick right now with kidney disease. So it's been quite triggering for me. It's bringing a lot back. And their cat is actually looking a lot sicker than Riley did. Like, their cat is looking like... It's very disturbing to see because their cat, he is super, super skinny. I mean, way more skinny than Riley was. This cat is almost emaciated looking. It's really sad. And they're going to the same vet that we used for Riley, which I know this vet is not the greatest vet. So I don't know what this vet is telling them to do for the cat, but it's been really hard for me to see. So I'm surprised I'm keeping it together right now, but I'm going to sign off before I do start getting emotional. But thank you for joining me for this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.